Now take a look at this op-ed. It reads, Cuba is approaching its Berlin Wall moment. America must help them break through. Florida Congressman Carlos Gimenez wrote that, and he joins us this morning. Congressman, let's begin there. How does America help Cuba?
Right now, America helps Cuba by continuing its sanctions and its oil embargo on Cuba to break the back of this regime. The regime needs to go. The people of Cuba have suffered long enough, and so America needs to keep up the pressure to force the regime to go and to help the Cuban people finally be free.
But if we continue to do what we've been doing, will there be a breakthrough? Does it need a little extra effort and push?
I think it needs. I think we need to continue doing what we're doing. It's actually working. The people are starting to rebel. Look, the problem with this regime is that it's very brutal, and when the people do come out in the streets, they get beat up and they get put in prisons. But it needs to be backed up by the United States, so that if the people know that they can come on the streets and they can demand change and force this regime out, that the United States will have its back, and that's what it's needed. And by the way, it's not just for the Cuban people, it's for Americans' national interest, because the Chinese, the Russians, the North Koreans, the Iranians, they're all working in Cuba. Cuba has been a foe of the United States for over 65 years. It helps foment discontent and revolution in our hemisphere, and they need to go. And then, you know, obviously what they've done to the Cuban people for the last 65 years, they destroyed this beautiful country of Cuba, and just destroyed it, you know, run it right into the ground. They don't even have electricity anymore. And so electricity, food, medicine, all the basic necessities are lacking in Cuba. Their standard of living is actually lower than Haiti's. That's how far this regime has taken this country.
All right, next one for you, Congressman. Hillary Clinton raising some eyebrows with her remarks about migration. It was at the Munich Security Conference. Listen to this.
There is a legitimate reason to have a debate about things like migration. It went too far, it's been disruptive and destabilizing, and it needs to be fixed in a humane way with secure borders that don't torture and kill people, and how we're going to have a strong family structure, because it is at the base of civilization.
Congressman, is Mrs. Clinton admitting that we need a strong, secure border? Where did that come from?
Well, I guess it's from political reality, because probably, what, 90% of the American people absolutely believe in a strong and secure border. And now that we have that, we need to have the debate about immigration, the people that are here. Look, I have no problem with criminals, gang members, people with active deportation orders being deported. That is who we should be focusing on. There's a heck of a lot of people here that are working in the United States and need some kind of a legal status. Are they good for the United States? And I believe that they are, the vast majority. The ones that are not good for the United States need to be deported. The ones that have our values and are working, hardworking people that are part of our community, I think we need to find a way to let them stay. It doesn't mean they're going to have all of the rights of citizens. It doesn't mean that that we have to fund their health insurance, et cetera. But it means that, we have to face the facts that we do need a lot of these people to do a lot of the work that is needed here in the United States.
All right, we'll leave it there. Thank you so much, Congressman Carlos Gimenez. Thank you for being here, sir, on this President's Day.